if they can just, I'm not saying to
Trudy,
reopen.
1 second.
Stop.
Oh, we can't leave this.
First floor?
Andrew, what'd you
Medical
do?
emergency.
It's a medical.
It says a medical emergency.
Wow.
Anyway,
So since this issue is raised to the highest level,
It has to.
Andy, you don't need my little voice adding to it?
no, yes I do, because you are the trainer. And if you
And-
train them
and-
to just use
yeah.
common sense, we're not saying to make this, but, and it's not a question of reopening the doors. It's a question of if they see, I'll say it again, not that there is another train pulling in
The train
and
is
they're ready
already,
to leave
right.
out. The train is there, the door is opening. Give the passengers time to just get across the platform.
Safely. So I'm making a note of this and I'll follow up on it.
And it's pure common sense. I would really appreciate it, because it happened today.
This is the how far the train is in.
I mean, there's circumstances we
There's
may not be aware of.
circumstances, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the
But I don't-
conductor is
I
in the
don't
middle of the
want-
platform.
Okay.
I don't want to bog that down, but
Excuse me, I'm in the middle of getting in the door. And the elevator, and the doors slam on me. Literally slam on me. And I get on one side or the other of the conductor.
they rush.
Yeah.
You know-
That's, the conductor's not doing their job properly.
Yeah, I know that. I really am cognizant of that fact. But, they're watching all the cute little girls get on and open the door back up. But I'm literally in the middle of trying to climb the gap.
Yeah.
I've got, my arm is in holding onto that pole,
Yeah,
and
there
I'm
is that.
jockeying my chair over the gap.
There's
and
no
the door
excuse for that,
closes.
because the conductor is only supposed to close the door on the side of the train that they're looking.
That
So
he's
they're
looking at.
looking to the
Right.
rear, let's just say this is the rear. Then they close the door, as they're looking at the rear, and so they should make sure that there are no passengers in between, and we train extensively towards that. Then after they close the rear, because conductors shouldn't be closing both sections of the train simultaneously. Then when they look to the front of the section, then they close the front of the section. And the conductor's job is the safety, to make sure that passengers are in the train before they close that door. So I must say that the conductor that has done that has failed at their job.
Well, there are a lot of them.
But we have a question right
I was just
here.
gonna point
Wait,
here.
One second, thank you.
Hold on a second. Deborah, did you want to say
Here's
something?
a thought, Monica, is it helpful, like if Edith is experiencing this repeatedly on a particular line, to have that information fed in, with as much detail as possible, so you can attempt to identify that person?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. So Edith,
It's
what do you-
virtually impossible.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
not. No, it's not.
No,
It's
it's
not
not.
All I can do is
impossible.
the time.
Give us a
No,
card
no,
number.
no.
if you
What
can.
you have to
I
do,
can see that.
I'll make sure too, because I have some wheelchair.
Because that's error misbehavior.
Right.
They've been appropriately
Thank you.
trained, but they feel anonymous out there in the field, and if we make them less anonymous,
That's exactly it.
that's
Deborah,
the key to some of this.
Edith, you know what you can do? The train car that you get on, just take that car number.
I don't get on the car, that's the issue. I literally have to haul ass backwards, not to be getting killed.
If you can catch any car number within those.
Anyone, okay,
Any one of
fine.
those, 'cause we have, and
Yeah.
all
Then you
you
can
have.
identify the train.
We can and just, of course, the number train, and of course,
Okay.
and where it's, where it's going.
Do you want me to
Debbie,
do that, do you want me to do that when they slam the door in people's face also? Or you don't?
That's not good.
That's a difference, that's a difference.
I have to
That's a
slam
safety
sooner or
issue.
later.
Well, unless you see.
Yeah,
the person
I
in
mean,
the wheelchair,
there was someone at
you
Penn
know, ended up
Station
looking safe.
on the 123 who did get injured, if you remember, who was slammed into a beam and had permanent brain injury from this. And it was where the train, as she was getting on,
So it has to be like Monica said. They were
Fine.
closing both sections simultaneously and not observing one of those sections.
they are. I mean, they are doing
And
that.
I would say this, that when a probationary employee, and we've had, customers have reported this incident, and we've had secret observations to go out and observe, and then that employee was, they didn't continue within their service, because definitely if you're making this kind of egregious errors, your first year of employment, it's not.
Okay,
Yes, I have a question. So
That
why-
just patiently wait.
very patient.
why is and the program doesn't have to 96
Can you speak a little
Avenue?
Louder, please.
Can you
Yes.
speak up and stand up so we can hear you?
program?
Which program?
The N train, it doesn't run to 963 Second Avenue, and it says the queue where Sea Beach.
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
Some extra trains are supposed to run
Some,
up to
some extra
96.
Q, actually Q ends, as Bradley and I did that survey at
Yeah.
the time. One way it will go as an N, when it leaves 96 Street, but when it's going towards the other way, you have Q trains that say by Sea Beach to 96th Street.
Okay.
And that's a computer software that, even I think they should put the W trains instead of the Qs. Because the W has the 96th Street signs, not the N.
Okay.
And it's
very
up,
complicated.
and it's confusing.
Trains a day
Yeah.
to do this.
Yeah, and we have some customers are confused, and Debbie, hear what I'm saying? There are, people are confused because they think there's a queue being rerouted because there's no Brighton service at
No, they're
DCAP.
just additions.
It happens like 2 or 3 people, but then they see that, when they see the real queue come in, they're going, wait a minute,
So
wait a minute.
we have one more question in the back, because then my time is running up. I know you guys have a 2
This
o'clock.
would be short. When a local and an express meet, or some sort of meet at the same time on a platform, is it a trick of the conductors to open and close the doors to encourage people to run across the platform?
No.
Because I see that all the time on the Brighton line specifically, but I'm sure it happens other places too. They close the door when the queue pulls, and then they do open it up to let people board, but I'm wondering, what's that all about?
No, I actually think that's that conductor, and I'm hypothesizing. I think that's that conductor saying, let me open the door to make the connection between the express and local.
Sometimes they just close them when they're
Or it's to
switching.
get people to understand they better board quickly.
That's what
I
I
don't-
think it is. I think it's a little prod.
I'm on the Brighton line.
I'll have to investigate to find out.
It's like a move your you-know-what.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then-
maybe it's a little, what is it, a carrot and stick,
think it is.
But I'll have to, conductors, that the crews have their own kind of internal language, so I'll have to investigate. I don't want to speak to
I'll
that.
tell them when it comes wintertime, to slow down a little bit, because some of the platforms can be icy.
We do tell them that.
Well,
So you return to the front, so I think
Well,
I'm done.
because you said you have to leave, so I just want to be.
I want to ask you a personal question. I've been very impressed with your whole presentation.
I agree.
What's the size of your budget?
My budget is 14 million. Yes. Thank
Do
you.
you do the training for the Voice in the Sky
The voice in the sky.
on the platform?
Oh, the announcers. We do some training for them.
Because it's very interesting
Yeah.
to stand, for example, 34th Street on the A,
8th Avenue.
yes, Christopher. And the differential nature
Guilty as charged.
of announcements. It's incredible. It's like you can stand there waiting for the A, and there's not a word said about the A. And you're waiting, and you're waiting, and you're waiting, and every local is being announced, but there's nothing being said about while you're standing there for 20 minutes waiting for an A.
Okay, so I need to.
And it's a particular issue for the A at 42nd and 34th, sometimes even 14th. And
Is there a time in the day?
Yes.
What-
It's the early evening from like 7 o'clock, or whatever you want to call that.
No
From
problem.
7 till 9, it's a particular issue. Now, I realize it's catching up and all the little slow things catch up. But I would just, we'd like some information because, okay, I can take the C, but then I have to wheel from 168th Street.
I
But
got you.
tell me that if I'm gonna be 25 minutes waiting. And because I wait at the boarding area, there is not a sign, the time sign, whatever we wanna call it.
Countdown clock.
Countdown clock, thank you. It's all the way down at
I
the
got
other
you.
side.
So you need the announcements to keep you,
I need the announcement, or we should have more countdown clocks, including in the boarding areas.
got it. So we'll follow up on that. Thank you.
Thank you very
One
much.
more question.
Yes.
Is, when there is a delay and the conductor comes on and says, you know, there's train traffic ahead, and the delay is longer, is there a time that you say you should do it every 2 minutes or every 5 minutes? So that you're not, you know, just the importance of hearing a voice, that somebody knows that we're sitting on the train.
Yes.
I mean, so is there,
There is a time, and so I don't want to speak to the time off the top of my head,
right?
but I will get the information to Debbie and make sure Debbie gets it to you.
Okay.
Because there is, and we
Supposed
do,
to say something.
they are supposed to say
supposed to be
something. I
5
remember
minutes.
reading it. I don't want to speak
No,
to it,
that's fine, I just.
but I'll make sure to get it to Debbie, because there is. And the funny thing is, I was on the train, forget what, and I'm like, okay, the train is holding in the station too long, and I was not at the conductor's station, position, and I was actually getting ready to walk to the conductor's position to say, you gotta make an announcement, so that,
Like what's going on?
yeah, what's
And if they
going
saw
on.
you, would they recognize you?
They wouldn't recognize me. What I would do is I'll show my
Oh,
pass,
okay.
I'll introduce myself. I hope they don't recognize me.
You know what?
I'm the opposite of Andy. Andy wants everyone to
Yeah, I
recognize
know he
him.
does.
I'm a little shy.
You can wave his guys.
No, and it's better if they don't know you.
It is better.
So, but sometimes they do recognize me, and I think,
Very funny.
I think, and there's sometimes I've seen things that are wrong, and I'll go
And
and,
how about you
What
just
are they
tell,
supposed to do if the PA is not working in a car and you don't know what's happening except the spillage you're getting from the platform or maybe the car next to you?
that is a little bit more difficult because that's not on the crew's, purview. They wouldn't know that, and that's a different side, that's a
I
different
don't
piece.
even know where it is.
All right, they don't know that it's not working.
No,
They
they
get
don't.
on the train, they do a
I
PA
was on
check
one
at the
yesterday.
beginning, on the end. and
Everybody
so-
was craning their ears, they couldn't understand a word.
And
What?
that's unfortunate. Yeah.
what, Andrew?
Thank you again, Monica.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Good night.
Everyone take care. Bye.
Anybody else have an issue before we adjourn? Because we are at that time.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Seeing no objections, thank you again, everyone.